Welcome to another episode of The Low Budget Photographer. My name is Mu. Now, on this episode, we aren't going to talk about the ways in which we can improve or enhance ourselves as low budget photographers, but we need to speak on something that's still very important, on what not to spend your money on. From the early get-goes of your careers, you need to realize what type of photographer you want to be, whether that's portrait, landscape, wildlife, sports. There's a whole variety of things you can do in photography. So try and find your niche within the space. And once you are there, you will realize what type of lens you need. You'll realize what type of camera you need, whether it is micro four thirds or full frame. But we can work around those things no matter what type you have. But there are other added things that you don't need as a photographer. For example, I spent money on these things. These are ND filters. I've had these for about 2 years now, and I can only remember using them 3 times on a set, and then probably once on my own. These things cost money. There are uses for them, but for the type of photography that I do not need them. These filters, for example, this one you can use when you're trying to take a slow shutter type of image early in the morning when the sun is out, because the sun can put too much light in the image, and this will help. I've only done that once. This one gives a different type of mood to images and makes things purple. I've only used this once as well. This one kind of diffuses light for you. It removes all those different rays that could disturb your images, but I don't use this. This you can use for videos. All of these are actually very useful if you're going to take videos. And I could have spent my money on something else. I could have bought a camera bag. I could have added to my equipment by buying another microphone or maybe some SD cards, which are very important to have extras. But I spent this because I saw a lot of photographers had it, and I decided maybe I should have it without actually realizing why would I actually need this? What would I be doing with it? What kind of photography would I need to do to actually have these handy? So that's something we need to focus on as photographers. Don't buy things for the sake of buying things. You need to buy things that you will actually use, buy things you actually need, and your wallet will be happy for you, and you'll have less regrets when it comes to things. And for example, I can't really resell these things because I wouldn't make much of them, and now they are kind of affordable. I don't even know what brand this is. I just got this off Take a Lot, and they aren't that good either. They really aren't that good. So that's why I regret buying these things. It feels like it was a waste of money, but I did have some uses for them. I do have some images that I've taken with these things, but yeah, don't waste your money on things you probably won't use in the long run. Try and focus on getting equipment that you're going to use for several years. Like when you're buying camera equipment, that should be your goal. I'm going to use this for several years, and I'm going to use it a lot within those years. And for example, let's say you're going to buy a camera body. Try think about, okay, will this actually last me a long time if I'm going to buy this camera? Will I actually need something that's micro four thirds? Will I actually need something that's full frame? So let's just think things through before you buy them. Try plan out what you actually do with the equipment that you get. And yeah, that's really what I wanted to highlight today. Watch your wallet and don't buy things you'll end up regretting in the long run. Just keep your money safe. Think about what you're gonna need these items for. This is the most useless filter I've ever had. This one here. It does absolutely nothing. Because I'll put it in front of the camera and you'll see there'll be no change whatsoever. See? Absolutely nothing has changed. The other ones are more understandable because when I put it in front of the camera, it changes. Now I'm all purple. And then with this one, it kind of works as, well, this is the ND filter, so it basically works as an additional f-stop without you actually having to change the f-stop in your camera. So this is the most useful one this one right here is the most useful one that I've had. It's great for video, useless for photography, because when it comes to photography, we can adjust our shutter speed and that actually helps. But when it comes to videos, you need to keep your shutter speed at one at a specific frame rate, and you also need to make sure that you find an f-stop you're comfortable with, and then this will actually help you with taking away too much light so that you don't blow out your your video. So yeah, like, just get this one, I guess, if you're also into videos. You don't really need it for photography, as I explained. So yeah, that's it for today's episodes of the Low Budget Photographer. I hope you learn from the mistake that I've made and you watch your wallet as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.